Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. Yes, me. I am back with another episode. Today, let's talk about a disease that plagues over 30 million people a year, claims the lives of over 100,000 people every year. I'm talking about the eighth leading cause of death in the homeland United States. No, I'm not talking about ISIS. No, we're not talking about domestic terrorists. We're talking about that diabetes mellitus. Yes. If you did not know, diabetes affects over 30 million people a year. Pre-diabetes affects over 90 million people a year. And diabetes mellitus snatches over 100,000 lives right here in our land. And I believe that's largely because we don't fully understand this disease. So this episode today, y'all, we're looking to bring insight, information to the forefront of your forehead so you will know what diabetes is and how to address it. Let's start with differentiating between type 1 diabetes and type 2. If you did not know, these are not the same. The major difference is type 1 diabetes, or T1D, is actually an autoimmune disease in which the immune cells attack the pancreas. Over time, the pancreas actually tries to produce insulin. However, the onslaught of your immune system attacking your pancreas, it eventually depletes and gives out. And type 1 is also not reversible. This is something that people would have to manage for the rest of their lives, namely with using insulin. But what about that type 2? Type 2 diabetes is more common. Most people that you see, out of 100% of people that have diabetes, 90% are probably going to have type 2 and 10% are going to have type 1. But what is the major difference between type 1 diabetes and type 2? Type 2 is generally the pancreas actually does produce insulin. However, your body becomes insulin resistant. It becomes resistant to the insulin, meaning your pancreas is producing insulin. However, the receptors in our body that's supposed to receive the insulin, they not receptive. Okay, they not getting that insulin that they need. All right, and a lot of times this is due to your pancreas over excreting insulin. And type 2 diabetes is also typically largely attributed to lifestyle. All right, so that means you can reverse your type 2 diabetes with doing different things. All right, so let's backtrack. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that affects the pancreas and in which insulin is not being produced. Type 2, your body is producing that insulin. However, baby, you're not receptive. You're not responding to this insulin. And it is not an autoimmune disease. It is a disease, a lifestyle disease. And don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. We love to say that diabetes runs in the family. However, do you know what really runs into the family? The traditional dishes, your diets, and your lifestyle. So you're passing down that diabetes not necessarily through your genetics, but through that plate, through that fork. You see what I'm saying? Through that styrofoam cup that you're sipping on, all right? So let's be mindful and let us further explore the differences between type 1 and type 2. So type 2 is definitely reversible. Genetics may play a role. However, you can definitely reshuffle the cards that you were given with diet and lifestyle and fitness. Also, people believe that sugar is the main contributor to diabetes. And baby, I'm here to tell you that that's not necessarily the case. The starches that turn into glucose as well, all right? So that means your potatoes, your pasta, Your French fries, your chips with the trans fat, yes, the Takis, yes, the Lays, baby, the cupcakes, the sweets, the carbohydrates that we're putting in our body. What they do is they make our blood sugar have a spike. It's important to manage your blood sugar. Why? Because blood sugar affects our overall health. Are you ever fatigued, low energy? Are you drained and tired and you just don't feel like it right now? It might be because of your blood sugar is out of whack. See, sugar in the blood is supposed to give our body energy. However, when we have these spikes, however, when we have too much A1C, you see what I'm saying? Too much sugar on our hemoglobin. That affects every part of our body. High blood sugar not only contributes to fatigue and low energy, but it also damages the organs, it damages your blood vessels, and wreaks havoc through your whole body. So when your blood sugar not right, your organs not right. Yo, thoughts ain't right. And your energy is out of whack. People that eat before they go to bed, think about that. You're spiking your blood sugar. You're messing with your energy level, all right? And if you got type 2 diabetes, we definitely want to encourage you to put the French fry down. You can't be eating and drinking no soda pop, no ice cream. And you know it, and you're doing it anyway. You're spiking up your blood sugar. You have to make a decision. You have to choose life or death. So that means, man, you can't go to McDonald's. You can't go to the steakhouse. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that no more, right? So it's not always sugary beverages, sugary drinks, which they play a factor too. That soda pop can definitely spike your blood sugar. You want to look up the glycemic index. You have different plants, or excuse me, different foods that affect the blood sugar differently. That's why it's important to eat fruit and have fiber, because that fiber is going to help disperse that sugar in that blood. But you drinking Kool-Aid and washing that down with a family fry. You see what I'm saying? With the fried chicken breast. You know what I'm saying? A chicken breast. No, we can't do that no more, y'all. You can't eat fried chicken. No, fried nothing. All right, why? Because that's high on the glycemic index. That's going to spike your blood sugar up. You know what I'm saying? So tell grandma she can't be eating that ice cream cone. My grandma deals with that. And you know what? High blood sugar is one of the leading causes that can increase dementia by 50%. Yes, sugar in that brain. All right, so I hope y'all know that y'all have learned the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Learned different things that you should not be doing, such as eating wheat, whether if it's in your cereal, whether if it's in your bread, whether if it's in you just start looking at the back of the labels in the ingredients in on your food that you put in your body. Come up in here asking us 50 million questions, but you don't question that bag of Taki. You don't question the Dorito bag. You don't question the goddamn same restaurants and companies that's contributing to your diabetic reality. All right, so we want you, just like you scrutinize the herb store, scrutinize the back of that label before you put something in your mouth. How about that? Yeah. So type 2 diabetes disproportionately affects Black communities. It also affects the Hispanic community as well. Other things that we need to stay away from is the cooking oil that we use, whether if it's soybean oil, margarine, butter, Cisco. I don't know why the hell y'all eating that, but Cisco, soybean oil. A vegetable oil is typically soybean oil, and these are very detrimental to your A1C. All right, so if you were somebody watching with type 2 diabetes, or know someone that you love that has type 2 diabetes mellitus, you tell them, baby, you can't be eating no margarine, no butter. God damn it, you can't even be doing that cooking oil. So that means when you're eating out in the restaurants, most of these restaurants are not thinking in terms of your health. All right, so they're thinking in terms of profit. So they're gonna get the most cheapest oil, no matter if it's detrimental to your health as their customer. They just trying to make that money. So typically, if you eating out, question them like you question us. What kind of oil is you cooking with? And if they say soybean, corn oil, you can't do that. You get up and say, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna make the conscious decision to shop and patronize a company, an institution that keeps my health in mind. So you get up with you and your family, you say, until y'all get some grapeseed oil or some avocado or even some sesame. Bitch, we not coming back here. You know what I'm saying? And that's on whatever you're gonna put it on. All right. And you can't go back. Not only do these oils affect your blood sugar, they also affect the heart. And let me tell you why this is relevant, because your blood is pumped and your blood meets every part of your body, every organ, your brain, it goes through your whole body. So when you have this sugary ass blood, y'all, that's affecting every part of you. So I hope y'all take this message seriously. I hope y'all tap in and stick around for 5 herbs that may help with that type 2 diabetes mellitus. Number 1, chaga mushroom, the king of mushrooms. This is going to help with that blood sugar, help regulate the blood sugar. Number 2, bitter melon. Woo. That Mamortica chanteria, that Mamortica, that bitter melon, whether if it's the powder, whether if it's the actual gourd, or bitter melon juice. Definitely, acts like insulin. You know what I'm saying? So people with type 1, y'all can benefit from this as well. But for us type 2, those of y'all with that pre-diabetes, definitely consider bitter melon, as it's going to help regulate your blood sugar, whether if it's too high or too low. Number 3, sour to the sop. Yes, that sour sop is going to help regulate that blood sugar, along with other things. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely take that and put that in my regimen, my routine, and my repertoire. Number 4, cacao. Yes, dark chocolate, real chocolate. Now, we ain't talking about that milk chocolate. We ain't talking about that stepped on, all right? We talking about straight cacao from the stuff that don't taste sweet, it don't taste good. That also is going to help with your blood sugar. Number 5, we're going to also say reishi mushroom. Ganoderma lucidum. Reishi mushroom is not only a immune system modulator, it's going to help with your immune system and your gut health. It also helps regulate the blood sugar. So now you have tools to put up in your tool shed, up in your toolbox. Now you can share this in the family group chat and say, family, loved one, we need to get you some reishi mushrooms, some chaga, some sour sop. You hear what I'm saying? Some cacao. Yeah. And you might save a life. You know what I'm saying? As 100,000 people, year after year, and the number is growing, are dying from not knowing what to do. They take these medications, these metformins, if you will, and these drugs, they're not created or designed to reverse your issue or to get to the root of your disease. That's not what they're created for. All right? These are created to treat you. And basically means to help you keep taking something for the rest of your life so they can have a lifelong customer. And by they, I mean the pharmaceutical industry, baby. No, they not your friend. Your doctor is not your friend. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're referring y'all to spaces like the Alkaline Hour, to holistic practitioners. But other than that, these maintenance medications are things that they expect you to be on for the rest of your life, but they do not contribute to reversing or they do not contribute to resolving the underlying issue. And with type 2 diabetes, the underlying issue is typically lifestyle, diet, and inactivity. With those three things, you can reverse your type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is a autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks the insulin producing cells in your pancreas. And type 2 diabetes is a disease caused by the overproduction of insulin, and your cells are becoming resistant. All right? Other than lifestyle, diet, and activity, there are other causes of diabetes or type 2 diabetes, or what we call insulin resistance. Environment can influence your sensitivity to insulin as well. If you're in a toxic environment or poor air quality, or if you're a victim of environmental racism, that could definitely play a part and contribute to your type 2 diabetes and your A1C levels. So those of us living by plants or concrete plants or lane plating right here in Highland Hills, us living by these areas that are, have things that we have to breathe in could definitely increase your chances of having type 2 diabetes. I hope y'all share this and learn, and we can decrease these numbers together and continue to live healthier lifestyles. More on type 2 diabetes and diabetes mellitus in general. This is going to be our first episode. Definitely consider following us on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, even checking out our podcast. Yes, you dig? We would love to educate you, your family, your loved one, and save a life. And I guess you can do the same by sharing our content with somebody you love. Peace. Stepping on these niggas in some motherfucking Crocs. Left wrist, that's a lot. Right wrist, a lot more. And if they looking for me, shit, I'm probably on the block. Trapping out the pot. Stepping on these niggas in some motherfucking Crocs. Left wrist, that's a lot. Right wrist, a lot more. Ayy, stepping in these Crocs.